People don't fall in love with you for 100 reasons. They fall in love with you for only 2, and once you see them, you'll never unsee them again. Let me tell you something, most people spend their entire lives misunderstanding. You think love is about attraction, timing, compatibility, or even fate. You think it's about the right words, the perfect moment, or becoming good enough for someone to stay. But what if I told you none of that is the real reason? What if the reason someone falls in love with you has nothing to do with what you say, and everything to do with what they feel inside themselves when they're around you? Think about the last person who truly affected you. Not just someone you liked, but someone who stayed in your mind. Someone whose presence felt different, heavier, almost magnetic. It wasn't logical, was it? That's because love doesn't follow logic. It follows something far deeper, something almost invisible. And here's the truth most people never realize. People don't fall in love with you because of who you are. They fall in love because of what you awaken inside them and what you represent to their deepest desires or fears. 2 reasons. That's it. And once you understand these 2, you'll start to see why some people can't let you go, while others walk away without looking back. Let's begin. Part 1. The mirror effect. They fall in love with who they become. Around you, love often begins not with you, but with the reflection of themselves they see through you. When someone falls in love with you, the first reason is this: you become a mirror that reflects a version of them they deeply crave to be. It's subtle, almost invisible. Maybe around you they feel more confident, more understood, more alive. You didn't change them. You simply created a space where a hidden part of them could finally breathe. Carl Jung once said, "Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves." But the opposite is also true. Everything that draws us to someone often reveals who we secretly want to become. Think about it. Why does someone feel addicted to your presence? Why do they replay conversations with you in their head? Because when they are with you, they meet a better version of themselves. It's like standing in front of a mirror that doesn't just reflect your face, but reflects your potential. A quiet person becomes expressive around you. An insecure person feels worthy. A lost person feels direction. And they mistake that transformation for you. But here's the deeper truth. They are not just falling for you. They are falling for the person they become when you are near. Part 2. The emotional addiction. They fall in love with how you make them feel. There's a strange truth about human nature. We forget faces, we forget words, we even forget moments, but we never forget feelings. And this is the second reason people fall in love with you. You become an emotional experience they don't want to lose, not a person, an experience. Think about someone who once meant everything to you. Chances are you don't remember every detail about them, but you remember the way your chest felt when they texted. The calm, the excitement, the chaos, the warmth. That feeling becomes addictive. As Friedrich Nietzsche once hinted in his philosophy, humans are not driven purely by logic, but by emotional forces that shape their perception of reality. And when someone associates you with powerful emotions, you become unforgettable. Maybe you made them feel safe in a world that constantly judged them. Maybe you challenged them in a way that made life feel exciting again. Or maybe you brought them emotional highs they had never experienced before. Whatever it is, their mind starts connecting you with that feeling. And here's where it gets deeper. The brain begins to crave you, not for who you are, but for the emotional state you trigger. Just like a song that reminds you of a memory, just like a place that makes you feel at home. You become a psychological anchor. This is why some people can't move on, not because they don't understand reality, but because they're addicted to the way you made them feel. And the most dangerous part, even if you're not good for them, even if the relationship is unstable, they will still come back. Because emotional addiction doesn't care about logic. It only cares about intensity. Reflective takeaway. Ask yourself honestly, what do people feel when they're with you? Because emotions create attachment, and attachment often disguises itself as love. Part 3. The illusion of completion. They fall in love with what they think you will fix. This is where love becomes dangerous, because sometimes people don't fall in love with you as a person. They fall in love with you as a solution, a quiet answer to a loud, unresolved pain. As Carl Jung once said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. And that's exactly what happens here. Someone meets you, and suddenly, something inside them feels different. If they've always felt abandoned, your presence feels like permanence. If they've always felt unseen, you become the one who finally gets them. If they've lived in chaos, you become their peace. But here's the truth they don't realize. They are not seeing you clearly. They are seeing you through the lens of their wounds. You become a symbol, not just of love, but of healing. And that's why their attachment feels so intense, almost overwhelming. Because losing you doesn't just feel like losing a person. It feels like losing the chance to finally be whole. But here's the hidden weight of this kind of love. It places an invisible expectation on you to always understand, to always stay, to always fill the emptiness they never learned to face alone, and no human can carry that forever. This is why some relationships feel suffocating, why love turns into pressure, why admiration slowly becomes dependency. Because they didn't fall in love with you. They fell in love with the idea that you would complete them. As Plato once suggested through his myths, humans are always searching for their missing half. But the deeper truth? No one is missing anything. They're just unaware of what already exists within them. Reflective takeaway. Be careful. Are people loving you? Or are they leaning on you to escape themselves? Because one creates connection, and the other creates quiet destruction. Part 4. The reality shift. They fall in love with the meaning you carry. At the core of everything, beyond emotions, beyond attraction, beyond even connection, there is meaning. And this is the final, most powerful truth. People fall in love with the meaning they attach to you, not just how you make them feel, not just who they become around you, but what you represent in the story of their life. To one person, you are peace. To another, you are chaos. To someone else, you're the one who came at the right time. And to another, you are the lesson they never wanted, but needed. The same person, different meanings. As Albert Camus explored in his philosophy, life itself has no inherent meaning. Humans are the ones who assign it. And love is no different. When someone falls in love with you, they are unknowingly placing you into a role inside their inner world. You become their escape from loneliness. Their proof that love exists, their second chance, their unfinished story. And once that meaning is attached, you become irreplaceable. Not because no one else is like you, but because no one else carries the same story in their mind. This is why two people can meet you, and one forgets you in days, while the other can't forget you for years. It was never about your looks, your words, or your actions alone. It was about the meaning they created around you. And here's the part most people don't want to hear. When that meaning changes, love changes. When they no longer see you as home, when you stop representing what they once needed, the feeling fades, not because you became less, but because the story they told themselves about you ended. As Friedrich Nietzsche once implied, there are no facts, only interpretations. And in love, you are never just a person. You are an interpretation. So now you see it clearly. People fall in love with you for only two reasons: because of what you awaken inside them, and because of what you come to mean in their story. Not your perfection, not your effort, not even your intentions. And that realization is both powerful and painful, because it means you cannot force someone to love you, you cannot make them stay, and you cannot control the meaning they give you. But it also means something freeing. The right people won't just love the feeling you give them. They'll see you beyond the mirror, beyond the illusion, beyond the story. And those are the ones worth keeping. So the next time someone walks into your life, don't just ask, do they love me? Ask something deeper. What part of themselves do I awaken in them? And what do I truly mean to them? Because in those answers, you'll find the truth about every connection you'll ever have. And maybe, for the first time, you'll understand why some people felt like forever, and others were only meant to teach you something before they left.